Of course, the return of Amir back on Sky Sports after 5 years boxing in the UK. His first fight back against Greco from Canada. Welcome to him and his team. And a great card already announced with more to come after today. But what a lineup we have for you on April the 21st. We're going to, again, have round of applauses for everybody on the table before I speak to them. Let's go to the front table. A young man who, of course, in his last fight, didn't get the result he wanted, but what support he has from Liverpool, and I believe has a big future in the game still. That's a former WBA Continental Light Welterweight champion, Tom Farrell. Another great young fighter coming up, undefeated. We're blessed to have them in our stable and blessed to have them in British boxing at the moment. These two sitting next to each other will undoubtedly be fighting each other at some point in their career. First of all, from Preston, a former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Scott Fitzgerald. These two men are in a great little scrap on the undercard. Two very talented fighters, of course, from Manchester, Bilal Romain, and also from Liverpool, both 10-0 these guys. Ryan Mulcahy, the Central Area champion, defending his title, both 10-0. That's Ryan Mulcahy and Bilal Romain fighting on this card. A young man who has lit up many venues around the UK and, of course, in New York recently, and was involved in, I think, one of the fights of the year last December at York Hall. Coming into the game with very little amateur experience and learning on the big stage every time he fights, but fights with a tremendous amount of heart and passion, and he's getting better and better and better. And 2018 will see him challenge 4 titles. His first time boxing in Liverpool as a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, Conor Benn. Of course, Liverpool blessed with great fighters, and great to see some young talent developing, and I think none better than this young man. Of course, a stellar amateur career, boxed all over the world, won many major titles, and of course, a Rio Olympian himself. Liverpool through and through, currently undefeated, looking to step up on April 21st into a big fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool's Anthony Fowler. Before we speak to the guys on the bottom table, just to let you know as well, Natasha Jonas will be challenging for her first title on this card as well. She's actually in Parliament today discussing women in sport, so she couldn't be with us. What a cheek, I thought. I mean, I thought she could have stood the Prime Minister up, to be honest with you, for Batman and Robin. But a very important member of the cast on April 21st as well. Tom, let's start with you. Didn't work out last time against Liverpool's favourite friend, O'Hara Davis, but a good learning experience, a tough fight for you, and now ready to go back to the arena and pursue your plans for 2018.
Yeah, good to be back. I've had a nice break, refreshed, charged the batteries. People just think I've been on holiday, I haven't been doing that. I've still been training, working away in the gym. So yeah, looking forward to be back. You know, it's great to be back on a big show. Got a little sort of warm-up tune-up fight, get the rust off on March the 10th on Steve Wood show. So just got to thank everyone again for, there's loads already coming to that, and I'm sure, you know, loads will be putting orders in for tickets and coming to support me again. Don't really know who I'm going to be fighting, but again, looking forward to getting back in the ring and, you know, putting the show on in the Echo.
Thanks, Tom. Bilal, Conor, if you could pass the mic over. This is what I love about boxing. So I was sitting there last night, I was talking to Steve Wood, and the plan was for Ryan Mulcahy, of course he's a Scouser, to have him on the card defending his title. Steve Wood's a real boxing man. I mean, I'll say nice things about him. He's actually, I think he's had to leave for a meeting, so we could say bad things if we want as well. But he likes to make good fights. And he said to me, I tell you what, there's a great fight between Ryan Mulcahy, our guy, and Bilal Romain. Bilal, they don't particularly like each other. They've said a few choice words, but they're both 10-0. So I said to Steve Wood, oh, he's not going to take the fight, is he? Bilal Romain, 10-0 against another 10-0. Anyway, about 30 seconds later, he phoned me back to say the fight was done. So this is great. This is what we want in British boxing. And this is going to be a nice little livener to kick us off on April 21st. Bilal, thank you for taking the fight. And a big step up for you on a big show on April 21st.
Wow, it's a big stage to make a make my name. It's not a big step up because I've fought a few undefeated fighters already, so it's a big step up for Ryan Mulcahy, to be honest, not for me.
Tell us a little bit about you, obviously.
In my first fight, I fought a guy who was 5-0. In my last previous fights, I fought a guy who was 9-0 for a British Challenge belt. Took him, knocked him out in the 8th round, beat him. Ryan Mulcahy's not fought no one. He's fought all foreign fighters, and he's fought no one yet. So it's a big step up for him.
What's your name again?
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid.
Well, what's your name? I'm not heard you.
Kid.
Ryan?
This is your hometown. I'm not heard you. There you go.
Okay, Ryan.
Said he was levels above me on Facebook, by the way.
This guy's been obsessed with me since September. He's not left me alone, so I have
don't
to.
even know his name.
No wonder the fight was winning in 30 seconds. He's not left me. Tweeting me every single day, man. Flipping out, he's obsessed with me.
That's all you have to do is talk. Give it a rest, lad. I don't know your name. Anyone want to fill me in with that? I got
they will know my name after this fight.
He knocked some weight trained Ashley Payton out, who I could have sparked in about.
That's not my fault, that's his.
Yeah. I went away from home on the centre area title against Ben Wager, who's not a foreigner, who'd beat you every day of the week on Sunday. You've bit off more than you can chew asking for me, so we'll see. April 21st when you get flattened, you fucking tit.
I've never been beat by a midget, so you're not going to be the first.
We ask everybody, as always, to keep the language respectful. Ryan, it is a step up for you. We've seen glimpses of you early on in your career. Yeah. It's an important fight for you right now as you look to move on towards domestic.
First step.
Well, to be honest, I was looking vacating this title and moving on into bigger things because, you know, this fight was penciled in for November because he called for the fight. He didn't show up. I ended up having to box an import because I couldn't get a fight for me title, so I was looking vacating it due to frustration, not getting an opponent. Finally, I don't know why he took the fight now on Sky because he's just.
Where I'm from, we don't back away from fights. People fight anyone. So
why did you call me out then pull out? Why did you call me out?
Because you had the belt I wanted.
Well, because you called me out and then didn't take the fight, so you're a shit.
But you now stop complaining.
Of course, Sam, we'll see April 21st when you get flattened in front of everyone on Sky.
You can't flatten no one. Yeah.
Can't flatten no one.
You're about 11.5 stones. You lose weight first.
Who have you boxed, lad? You boxed absolutely.
You're about 12 stones away. Lose some weight, get ready, and then we'll settle it out.
Put some weight on, lad, and change your fucking haircut.
Check it out.
Okay, we're going to move on because Phil can't understand the accent. You can. Okay. Scott, over to you. We're looking to get out end of Feb as well, but again, you've done your apprenticeship now. Looking for 10 rounds on April 21st and looking for your first title shot as well.
Yeah, it's another great show to be on, and like you say, I'm fighting end of Feb as well before this, so the April 21st fight will be my 10th fight. That's when I wanted to really step up, and like you say, a 10 rounder for hopefully a decent title, and I'm looking forward to getting in there, winning the title, defending it a few times and stepping right up this year. Every
division right now in British boxing seems to be really strong domestically. Now the light middleweight as well has some great depth to it. We've got a fantastic fight on Sky Sports this weekend between Ted Cheeseman and Carson Jones. The man to your left as well, Anthony Fowler's going to be mixing it. Really good fights to be made over the next 12 months domestically.
Yeah, the division's really looking good now with fighters that are coming through, you know, younger fighters coming through, so it's going to be who can dominate it in this country first and then you know, push on from there, so looking forward to getting stuck right in anyway.
One man who believes he can dominate the light middleweight division, Anthony Fowler. The machine, welcome. We've missed you. Some time off with a hand injury, itching to get back, looking to get a quick run out, probably in early March, and then again looking for a big step up for you on April 21st.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to push on this year, you know, like last year I had 4 fights, 4 comfortable wins, but I didn't really set the world alight the way I wanted to. I wanted people to come and fight me rather than just run away and cover up. So this year I want a few more like fights where people think, you know what, this could be good, and I'm just going to destroy them, so prove that level up that I'm at.
I've seen a lot of your compatriots, team members, stepping up. Josh Kelly seems to be stepping up through the rounds quite quickly, and a massive fight on Saturday night between your Rio teammate Lawrence Okoli and Isaac Chamberlain. Looking forward to your step up as well in 2018.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about in boxing the right fights at the right time. I always believe that, and I believe I've got a great team with Dave and yourself to guard me, nice and slow, and but at a good pace. Like every fight, I want to step up and keep climbing the rankings. And this year, and especially on April 21st, I want to get good opponents. So I I can show what I'm about. It's like, it's all good beating up journeymen, like these two have just been saying, but when it's a real fight, you see what you're made of, and like when people come to win, I want someone to come and try and beat me, rather than just me like beating up some fella who's come over for a few quid.
Okay, Connor, we found what you was all about in December. Great fight at York Hall, and talking to you in the car up on the way to today, very, very excited about your first fight in Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I put a tweet up a while back saying how excited I was to fight in Liverpool, and you know, it's something I wanted to tick off. And you know, I've just come off the back of a hard win. You know, it was hard work. I felt like I'd done too much last year in a short period of time. You know, it was 5 fights in 6 months, including going to New York and coming back, and had a severe allergic reaction out there due to my vanity. But you know, it happens, and you know, I come back and. I didn't know. You don't know if you got the heart to get up off the canvas the way I did. I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy I went through that, and you know, I need to make amends this year, and I will have the rematch some point this year because I need to prove myself. You know, because if I was the Conor Ben on the night, I would have licked him about all the place. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's going to be another stepping stone to a great year, and I'm excited to start the year off fighting in Liverpool, and I hope you're all excited as well, as much as I am.
Thank you, Connor. Over to Adam Smith, head of boxing for Sky Sports. A fantastic calendar of fights coming up. Of course, O2 on Saturday, a great show. Kell Brook returning against Rabchenko early March. Brilliant heavyweight fight between Dillian White and Lucas Brown, and then the big blockbuster Anthony Joshua against Joseph Parker for the Unified Heavyweight World Championship. And then the return of Amir Khan, someone who you've been a big believer of for a number of years.
I have indeed, and add Deontay Wilder against Luis Ortiz to that list as well on March the 3rd. It's absolutely booming boxing at the moment. My team at the back at base are getting ready for a Coley Chamberlain on Saturday night, which has gone through the roof. I think people are really excited to be back at big shows. It's going to be a fantastic night in London on Saturday. But listen, I love Liverpool. Liverpool's a fighting city, and it's always great to be back. Just listen to the banter on the bottom table. You've also got Conor Ben coming off probably the best undercard fight of last year. Terrific talent, terrific action expected again on April the 21st. Two of the great characters in boxing as well, in Tommy Coyle and Sean Mashadod getting together. You just see with the outfits today, they bring sparkle, they bring fun to the game, but they also bring a lot of belief and a lot of talent too, so I'm really excited about that. Amir Khan back, yes, big fan, big believer in Amir, really pleased to have him back on Sky Sports. And in comes Phil the Greco, who we had the pleasure of a few hours at Sky Studios yesterday. What a talker, what a character, made of Paulie Malignaggi's, and you'll hear plenty from him today. He believes he can derail Amir. Amir believes he's back to business. Let's bring it on.
Thank you, Adam. Tommy, firstly, on the serious side, a big opportunity for you, an absolute must-win fight. We know what titles mean to you, we know what fighting means to you. On a not-so-serious side, what the hell is that outfit all about? But talk to us about, firstly, the outfit, and secondly, this great fight between you and Sean Dodd on April 21st.
Firstly, I think the outfit, I mean, I'm a fan of Mashadod. You know, I love his fighting style. He's a top kid. I love the little dance at the end of a fight. You know, I'm a fan at the end of the day. I love boxing, and you know, I'm not going to come here today and try and sell a fight with some cheap trash talk and, you know, talk a fight up or pretend to dislike one another, because that's not the case. I genuinely don't like the kid. So I says to him, I text him, I says, hey, why don't we have a bit of banter and, you know, come as some superheroes or something? So he says, you know, he's like mad as a box of frog. He says, yeah, why not? So I went and got the outfits. And, you know, we just turned up, and that's what it's about, just something different. We're going to go in there on the 21st and knock lumps out of each other, because I want to win the Commonwealth title, and, you know, I'll do everything I can in my power to win that title. So why not have some fun in the build-up? You know, why not have a laugh? I don't dislike him. I'm just gonna lever him.
Have you seen the film? Lastly, Tommy, we've seen you in some brilliant...
I wanted to come as Batman, you know, but he's got no hair.
I'm the champion. I'm the champion and Batman won.
He couldn't have come as Clark Kent because he's got no hair.
that was my idea. Tommy, just finally, we've seen you in some brilliant fights. Of course, the Daniel Brizuela fight, I think, goes down as one of the great fights on these shores. The Katsidis fight as well, the Luke Campbell fight outdoors in Hull. this stage in your career, absolute must-win fight on April 21st against Sean Dodd?
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly believe it's come full circle. I do. On a serious note, my first ever fight on TV was against Derry Matthews. It was again one of my pals. Knocked me spark out in round 10 for the Commonwealth title in my hometown. I'm coming to Liverpool now, again fighting for the Commonwealth title, and I plan to do the same to Batman over there.
Sean, Ed, I was thinking the other day that I think what's happened to you in boxing is, I'm really hoping this is the kind of sort of situation and relationship where one day me and you can meet up, when I was going to say when you got no hair, but you know, in about 20 years time, and look back and say, you know what, that was brilliant. That was brilliant what happened to me in boxing, because I keep talking, I know the story's old now, you took the fight against Gary Buckland on short notice, you took a chance, and from there you've completely changed your life, you made plenty of dough, you know, you've boxed on TV umpteen times, you've won major titles, you're a real great example to any young fighter. You're not crying, are you?
I'm about to cry, yes. Looking behind the mask.
and you know, we always ask, when will the journey end? But this is a great journey, and I know, despite the jokes and the costumes, I know what this means to you, and I know how important the 21st of April is for you once again.
Yeah, Ed, you know, good to see you, good to see everyone, and you know, all the boxers, and Adam, lucky Adam, sitting next to Batman, but looking well as well, by the way, Ed, so good to see everyone, thank you. As you touched on there, you know, it'd be nice if we got in touch in a couple of years' time and reflected on things. So you know where to find me. Just look out for the light in the sky, the Batman light, and I'll be under the light, mate. No, but on a serious note, you know, boxing has given me a life. It's that story of you know, we all want to make something of ourselves, and we all want to better ourselves, and we all want to become something, but we just don't know how to do it, or how you know, what it is that's going to make it happen for us. I just fell in love with boxing, and boxing gave me a life, and boxing has made me become someone who I only dreamed of being someone, making something of myself. And in boxing, you know, it's a lonely sport, so you can always take the credit yourself as well as your team and your family around you, and you know, everyone playing a little bit of part, but it's down to yourself who's going to take them risks and make the sacrifices and put in the hard work and take a chance, and the chance and the risks, the sacrifices are paid off. Now I'm become someone. Now I'm in Birkenhead, and you know, I'm the mayor of Birkenhead, as Eddie said. So you know, yesterday I was a Commonwealth champion. Today I'm bringing Batman. So you know, just the story's just getting better and better, and you know, I'm just loving and living for every day, every moment, and I want to be better than the person I was yesterday.
I think one thing that stood out in your recent performance is the way that you've adapted in your fights, the way you've improved technically in your fights. You used to just be renowned as a guy who goes in and slugs it out and tries to outgrind your opponent. Last time you boxed Tom Stalker, everyone said it's either Masher by KO or Stalker to outbox you. You outboxed him. Mm-hmm. You won nearly every round in that fight. You did the same against Lee Appleyard. You know, you did the same against the European champion as well. Went on to win the European title as well. You feel like you've added new assets to your game as you've progressed, and you know, great job done by the coaching team as well.
Yeah, most definitely, as you say, teamwork makes the dream work, and you know, I knew what I was good at. You know, I've got a big heart. You know, people say, you know, a big set of, and I'm brave, and I'll take risks, and I can fight. You know, and I learned that trade on the streets. You know, I knew I could fight, but boxing's different. It's an art, and over the years I've been practicing and learning that art. It's only been obviously when you step up in opponents and in levels, you start needing, you know, to add these strings to the bow, and you know, just one way won't always get it, unless you're as good as, you know, Conor Benn or someone like that. He'll just destroy people. But you know, we've got to adapt, and that's what I've been working on in the past, learning basically how to box, how to adapt, how to basically just come at every angle, any angle, and be ready for anyone or anything, whatever day comes. And you know, I think the fight with Tom Stalker was a blessing, because I'd sort of fought my way through a lot of people. I mixed up with a bit of fighting, a bit of boxing here and there, but most of it was one on heart. Tom Stalker, you know, was a glorified GB amateur captain for GB in the Olympics, you know, a multi-medalist winner, and I outboxed him with respect. I'd done it easily as well. So, you know, it just showed that what I've been learning in the past, I put into practice. And against with Tommy Coyle, you know, every fight is for a reason, and it's always to win, lose or draw. It's to put you in good stead for the next fight. It depends what you learn and how you come from it. And you know, I believe I'm ready now for Tommy Coyle. He's a step up. He's another opponent that you only dream to fight, but you don't want to fight, because I see this as a Gatti and Ward fight. Something I've always loved, Artur Gatti and Ward fighting. It's a fight that, without realising the law of attraction, that it's something I've always wanted to be involved of and be a part of. I've always wanted to be remembered and leave a legacy, to be known that I'm someone. And man, you know, Ward and Gatti is the fight that I've always been thinking of and dreaming of. And I think Tommy Coyle.
What about Balboa and Creed?
I haven't got it. What's her name?
Adrian.
I haven't got an Adrian because I'm definitely Rocky. But yeah, so you know, I think we're gonna have that fight. We're gonna, you know, they were good friends. Me and Tommy were good friends. We've never met each other. The first time we've ever met each other in person, and I liked the lad, and I was a friend before I met him. So we're going to be continuous good friends, but we're going to get in there and we're going to have one hell of a fight. I know we are. We're going to relive Ward and Gatti, and it's going to be remembered forever and ever and ever and ever. I know it is. It's just going to be one hell of a fight, and I cannot wait.
Thanks, Masha. I agree. Two great lads, and I think one great fight we're going to see on April 21st for the Commonwealth lightweight title. Now we're going to move on to the main event. We're going to start with you, Mr. Greco. You called this fight out for a long, long time. We know you're a jokey character, but at the end of the day, we know you love to win, you love to fight, and you're here to win as well. A big fight for you, and one you're very confident in.
Well, I'll start off like this. Who the fuck is Phil Greco? That's what
a lot of people have been asking.
All the Twitter trolls that I read them all. Who the fuck is Phil Greco? I'll get to that in a minute. I will get to that in a minute, but I would like to start off by thanking God for giving me the opportunity to be here. Without him, nothing's possible. I want to thank Al Heyman, Sam Watson, man, God bless those two. They've done so much for me. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here and give me time to get ready. 3 months. No promoter does that. Thank you, for real. And
saw the size of you, that's why.
No, calm down. We're gonna get to you in a minute. Now, it was about time you pulled up the skirt. It was about time.
If he was in shape, maybe it'd be different.
It was about time you pulled up your skirt. It was about time you pulled up your skirt and you entered to your tea party. Are you done now? How's your hand? Show me your hand. You go like this? Is it good? Show me your hand. I'm going like this.
I'm going to try on your face.
I'm going to try on your face. What are you doing? We're going to get you.
I'm going to show you on.
What are you going to show me? What are you going to show me?
I'm going to show my.
Listen, this guy over here, he's nothing but a salesman. He's selling you guys all his ideas. And all you guys do is eat it up.
Winning world titles are salesmen.
You're a salesman, bro. You're a salesman. You know you've been out for 2 years, right? Now you signed with Eddie Hearn. And you're selling the people that there's hope, you want to fight Kell Brook. You're looking for every way out to fight Kell Brook. If you wanted to fight Kell Brook, you would fight me at 54. Because Kell Brook is 154. Now, did I say I wasn't coming down to 47? Did I say I was going to fight 47, or he came up to me to fight me at 150? I never said it was going to be a fight 47.
You cry like a bitch, that's why. So 147 is the weight. You cry like a bitch.
I cry like a bitch. No, because I was enjoying my show, calling fight. I was eating some rich food. I was minding my business.
I can tell, love. Maybe you can see that.
Hey, double chin, no chin. Double chin, no chin right here.
Alright, man, no chin. Listen, we will see on the 21st, man.
Listen.
You know, he doesn't like to sell a fight. This is what looks this guy. Look,
this guy's
it's my
salesman.
I'm a salesman.
Look, you want to compete at 147. He wants to fight at 147. Let's take a look at the list. Danny Garcia whooped your ass. Sean Porter steamrolls you. Errol Spence, let's not even go there. Keith Thurman, let's not even talk about it. If you really wanted to have a chance and make some money, you say, you know what, I want to fight Kell Brook at 54. That's your only chance. Now, for every way out, you're going to asking for every layout, not to fight Club Bro.
Okay, so you're calling yourself a bum. You're calling yourself a
You've been a
bum.
long time.
So you're calling yourself a bum, basically. You mentioned all them names, but you didn't mention your own name.
You're my tune-up. You're my tune-up. I'm not your tune-up. You're my tune-up, bro. You're my tune-up.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll see. I'm his tune-up. I'm his tune-up. That's fine.
Nobody knows about my career, all the ups and downs that I've had, all the years of inactivity. Yeah, so you're my tune-up. I need a tune-up fight. I say, you know what? I would like to fight.
You go shit. That's why. That's what it is. Basically,
you're my fucking tune-up, bro.
You come to Liverpool. We can have a brilliant fight in Liverpool.
Okay, listen,
you know you can talk. Yo, I hope your fist do the talking. I hope your fist do the same talking.
One at a time.
One at a time.
You go.
Big man, man.
I've got a question for you.
Can I finish my...
You've stepped up to world level before. Errol Spence, we know you had very, very little time.
Hold on, 48 hours, 60 pounds. You fucking try that. You do that.
I could.
You got no balls to do that.
Me
You
or
got
Amir?
no balls to do that.
Me or Amir?
I got balls.
I'd like to.
That's why I give you 3 months. I've got big balls, trust me.
All right.
Phil, the question is that you've stepped up to world level before and fell short.
I got banged, yeah.
What difference this time around, and what happens in the fight with you and
Is it
Amir?
gonna get banged again?
Well, obviously, no. Obviously, there must be something going on within my mind to be confident. You don't just come out over here in the UK and just start talking shit.
It's a paycheck.
Oh, please. And by the way, this fool over here thinks this is my biggest payday. Not even close.
I didn't say that. You come for the paycheck.
Close, you cheap fucks. Not even close. Not even close.
Listen, that I'm gonna leave to Eddie Henry, because Eddie, what's happened there, Eddie?
Not even fucking close.
I thought it was a lot of money.
Obviously, it's obviously the fact that I believe in myself. I believe in myself. For me to come over here, take all the heat, and there's one thing I want to say. I fight everywhere around the world, but you haven't done it at all unless you come to the UK. Because UK fans, you guys come out and support. Look at this room, it's full. In the States, we don't see that. For real, I'm being honest. I mean, you guys, in the States, people are lazy. In North America, we'll buy the pay-per-view. We'll support the fighter. But over here, you guys come out and fill the arenas.
That's the
now
best thing you
let's
said.
talk about your losses.
Let's talk about losses. Listen, I have fought nothing but world champion. I got beaten by people.
One second.
You have to listen.
Go.
I'm talking. Please listen. Just listen to what I'm about to say. After the Canelo loss, you went on a losing streak. Family, wife. Then wait a minute. Oh, guys, this is not Pakistan versus India. It's not a cricket match. Please. And then you go out and you tweet to the heavyweight champion of the world. What is wrong with you, mate? What is wrong? You go out and you tweet to the heavyweight champion of the world that he can have your leftovers? What?
Why are you getting personal? Why are you getting personal? Get to the bus! What the fuck is wrong with you? You should be professional. Stick to the fight. We're supposed to be class. Time out, guys. 1 minute. Time out. 1 minute. Calm down. Let's move back for us, please. Let it settle down. Come on, mate. Just move back for a minute, yeah? Move back. I'm out of water. Back out, Baldy, don't get personal. Don't get personal. I'm not taking it back. Move back for us. Move back. I was voice
Doesn't matter.
Have you given him a towel and clean his face?
Guys, can we please sit back in the seats, please? Everybody sit back down, please. Thank you. Down there, look. No, it doesn't matter, listen. No, but Phil, listen. Okay, no, but listen. It doesn't matter. Firstly, that was too personal. I want you to apologise. You don't have to. This is the sport of boxing, okay? And we talk trash, and listen, you effectively this is a free stage, you say what you want.
Guys, I did an interview yesterday with Fight Hype, and that was brought up to say, guys, I come from a place, and please give me a chance to speak, please. Oh, please, next question.
Okay, let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing.
And my father,
how do you win? Yeah. How do you beat Amir Khan on April 23rd?
Wait a minute. My father, my parents. Oh, fuck off, man. They always tell me to honor mother and father and never take any, and they never talk about somebody's personal life. So I was going somewhere with it. I lost my train of thought. I was making a point about what the tweet that he did. I was making a valid point, and I wasn't not gonna pick on personal issues. I don't do that. Where I come from, I don't. It's not where I come from.
Talk about the fight. How do you beat Amir Khan on April 23rd?
I just have to be myself. Like, I got time to get ready for this fight. I gotta be myself. And, you know, I want to be in a dogfight. Does he want to be in a dogfight? I don't know if it's him. And you know what happened? When you pursue your career after you've been knocked out several times, it only gets worse. I'm not making this stuff up. History tells us that every time you lose by hard knockouts, it only gets worse. You know, I love Ricky Hatton. I love the guy. The guy knew exactly when to call it quits. Joe Kazaki, he knew when to call it quits. He should know when to call it quits. That's what I'm saying. I'm a student of the game. I'm not making nothing up.
Does Phil Greco win on April 21st?
Oh my God. It's not Pakistan versus India. It's a boxing match, guys. Please.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up now. And then finally, some choice words. I'm sure you apologise as well for your action there. You were wound up.
I just want to apologise not to him, but to you guys. You know, to keep on getting up to it. I can't thank the whole Liverpool for turning up today. What a great crowd it is. The media's always been brilliant, supporting me and everything. I'm just looking forward to this fight. I go back into training camp on the 20th, on Thursday, back with Virgil Hunter. I've been talking to him while I've been away. He's been telling me what to do, what training to do and stuff. You know, I'm already near weight. That jungle did help me lose a lot of weight and get me in shape. While I was in there, I was training quite a lot as well. But I've been training in my gym in Bolton. But I can't wait to go to San Francisco just to get away. It's going to be isolated. I'm going to be just training and focusing on myself. It's not an easy fight, and no fight's easy. You know, there's a lot of fighters who go into fights thinking it's a tune-up fight and they get beat. I mean, this is not a tune-up fight for me. This is every fight's a hard fight, and I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna train like it's a world title fight, and I'm gonna go in there and do what I do best. A lot of people, you know, I mean, Greco said that maybe it's past my best. I mean, I'm 31, I'm at the peak of my career. You know, I feel better than when I was 28. A lot's happened in my life, but so it's time to kind of put all that behind me and focus on what I need to do. And for me, boxing is the way forward. Boxing is what put me here, and I'm going to finish on a high. These next couple of years are very crucial to me. I've got 3 fights this year. I've just done a great deal with Matchroom and Eddie, and also with Sky. Can't wait to be back on Sky again and give everyone a chance to see me fight live. And Liverpool, what a great city it is. I fought here, my last fight here was as an amateur for just up the road here, and that was against USA, and I won that one. So this is going to be another big one. I can't wait to get back in training camp, because he just motivated me and made me go to that gym and work hard, because I'm gonna give him, look, if he goes the distance, he goes the distance. If he goes 12 rounds, I'm gonna give this guy a beating for 12 rounds. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you all on the 21st of April. Thank you, guys.
We're going to have our photos up here now, and then the guys are available for one-on-ones. Thank you for coming. Roll on a huge night on April.